Hello, everyone! We are back at the Retro Rodeo doing the evening stream now. I'm not even gonna uh, waste time. I'm just gonna jump right back into doing more Shadow Hearts. I think we're at the point now where we can start actually like unlocking more of Yuri's forms. Right. We were dealing with mirrors. Mirrors and doubles. Oh, one sec. Terrible, I know, to start the stream and then immediately go away. I forgot something, though. I will be right back. There we go. I forgot to grab the tablet so I can watch the stream. There is often times where it catches something that I don't see from my end because it lets me see things how you guys see things. So I like to have it. Now, am I going backwards now? I kind of feel like I am. I'll have to check. Okay. I was worried that, because they were invisible, they'd be hard to hit or something like that. Yeah, they really play up the whole, you're gonna be fighting your mirror double. But, it's not actually that big a deal. They're an enemy just like anyone else. You know, the first time I saw it, I thought it was going to be a big deal, but not so much.
What a waste of time.
I guess it is a fight that you get nothing for, so that's something. The nothing is something.
That was a pretty good warm-up.
I feel like I've just gone in a circle. That's what you get for making me miss my attack.
Is it over already?
Yeah, because then that's the mirror that I went in the first time. Don't think I need to hit up a tent. I'll do a... of course. Should be, like, checking these for if there's an item in it. Ooh, who earns? Ah, I forgot about the accelerate. Well, we still got it easy.
Now stay down.
Oh, well, that's good. The good news is I don't have to fight him again, I guess. Unless that's just this one, because he's here. Which it could be. Okay, there's one more item hidden somewhere in this place. Oh no. Gotcha, booty. I almost missed on that last one. Almost did it too soon.
If that's all they've got, no problem.
Oh. Oh. I surrounded them. Okay. That's different. Or did I? Hard to tell.
Guess I don't know my own strength.
Okay. I wonder, though, if this is just the exact same of what I just did. I think it is. And I've just been going in a circle twice now.
That wasn't even a workout.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. Okay. I'm not gonna do it a third time. good, because she has invisible on her right now. The invisible ring.
Guess I don't know my own strength.
So I might not have been able to do that attack. Okay, and last time I think I went into that mirror. So this time... Bach! Wow, it's still great to have you here, though. I assume that means that you're not going to be very chatty, but still, it's super that you're here. Thanks for coming. Just playing some Shadow Hearts. You can, if you want to see an example of some of the game design stuff that I talk on this channel, I actually made a short earlier today talking about how mirrors work in video games and why you don't see much of them that actually functionally work. So you can check out that short if you want to learn something. Because learning's fun, yeah! Thanks for coming, though, Bach. It's always nice to know that, even if you're not saying anything, which is fine, it's always nice to know that I'm not here by myself. Those guys need to be by themselves.
Now stay down.
I live next to a very busy intersection, and there is frequently people just trying to practically blow up their cars from the streetlight. And most of them are trucks. I live in truck country. It's really quite sad, actually. Sad for them that they feel such a need to be so obnoxious. Oh, there's the last item I needed. Ah, that's what I needed to move on. Okay. Well, that's pretty straightforward then. Yeah, so now I'm gonna go back. I'm doing the loop a third time, but this time it's with the key instead of just running around in circles. Oh, no! Okay, we're not gonna goof up this time. But you still dodge my attack. I have to work so hard for those attacks. They should not be allowed to dodge. Dodge should be if I miss on the wheel. Those bastards.
Guess I don't know my own strength.
Hit her up with a cure. Take this here to this door, which should lead... Yeah, here we go. Door at the end of the hall. Do a hard save, just because we can. Yeah, I was pretty sure he could beat him without the crits.
Where's my apology?
There we go. Oh, is this where we fight like super shadows? Super Mirror Clone Jujutsu! Oh, yeah. That checks out. You know, especially the part where I'm clipping through her body.
Soon now.
Yeah.
Oh god, he's gonna play the THQ intro sound! That's how my ears feel every time I had to hear that.
Are you telling me he's always been this scary?
Come on, don't be such a wimp.
Just have to make a note that that's something I could edit. I could actually edit in the THQ sound there as a short. That's the one thing I gotta get better at. Well, a lot of things, I'm sure. But that's something I have to get better at as a streamer, is noting where to make highlights and, you know, actually making them. My issue is just I don't know what you guys would think are good highlights. Combo into Karen. Oh no, he goes first. I didn't even think of that. I was not paying attention at all. Okay, so she's gonna combo into me instead. Oh no, that's the good move. Oh, that actually wasn't that bad. Okay. Hill combo into Karen. Karen will toss him into the air. And we'll knock him down just because. I don't think it makes much of a difference, but there we go. Oh, clobbered him. He's donezo.
Stay out of my way.
Oh yeah, I'm just racking up the trophies here. You know, I got a feeling. Not Roger Bacon.
Albert.
Yeah, Albert Simon, I think his actual name is. Salutations, dear boy.
I never thought I'd see you again.
Yeah.
Nice place, isn't it? It's so very quiet and serene. A place of pure peace. It's quite beautiful. It's your home within you. It is, in fact, your true home.
My home?
Yes,
That's like the opposite of how we've been treating it.
I live in a small corner of your memory, one that you've nearly forgotten. So tell me, are you still fighting these days, young man?
Never stopped.
I guess so.
It was Rasputin that I was actually after. He was my true enemy.
Rah, rah, Rasputin,
It is
lover of
ironic
the
that
Russian
you, my
queen.
former foe, should now be the one fighting him.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. Imagine me following in your footsteps. But the way I am now, I don't think I can win.
For Asmodeus, who spreads hate and malice among men, there is no greater joy than to see mankind slaughter each other. Order will be broken apart, and chaos set in its place. That is the future that Rasputin seeks, my friend.
That's what you were trying to prevent him from doing. And it's my fault he's made it this far, is that right?
It's true. But don't be discouraged. You defeated me and managed to expel a god. You may still be
True
able
story.
to change the future. If
Beat
you
up a
can
god with
harness
my own 2
Amon's
fists.
power.
Yeah, maybe you're right. But is this future I can create going to be a good one?
So are you questioning the worthiness of your struggle?
Well, the thing is, I'm sure you'd have a better chance than I would.
You're wrong. Only you can do it, Yuri. That's what I think.
And I'm just a figment of your imagination, so it's what you actually think, but
Those who
won't
wield
admit.
power must also accept power's responsibility. If you see a tragedy in the making, my friend, it is your responsibility to try and stop it. There is no mistake in that.
With great power comes
Albert.
great responsibility, without saying the words.
Well, it's time for you to leave.
Well, I'm glad we got the chance to talk.
Yuri, may I ask you one thing?
What?
Where is this? I think it must be Japan.
It's Katsuragi. It's called the Forest of Wind.
Thank you.
Katsuragi must be the name of the town or something, because, that's... the word wind is not in that name. Yes, Amon's soul. No, Rasputin.
I see. So Japan has accepted our conditions.
Yes, Master.
You have done well. I'm very pleased I entrusted the matter to you, my friend.
Thank you, Master.
Russia is losing this war because lack of food and arms have devastated the morale of our frontline troops. We have the money, but unfortunately we do not have the supplies.
I know. But soon now, Japan is going to begin a major offensive against the German Empire.
Yesterday's enemy is today's friend, eh? Ishimura is no fool. Has that special envoy left Petrograd yet?
No, Master. In fact, we have requested his presence at the banquet.
Very well. Now, what do you know about America?
They're still
Home of
officially
the
maintaining their
hamburger.
neutrality, but it's only a matter of time before they enter the war.
How can you be so sure?
England and France are both exhausted. The only reason America has not yet entered the war is that they needed a proper pretense.
And now they have such a pretense, Nikolai?
Next week, a ship named the Lusitania is leaving New York bound for Liverpool. There's a rumor going around that it will be carrying a huge shipment of munitions.
The German submariners will be forced to sink it, isn't that so?
It will be England's sacrificial lamb.
Clever. By the way, Nikolai,
Sir?
is it true that Lenny was killed on St. Marguerite?
Yes, Master.
I don't understand why you didn't stay and fight.
I thought Lenny could handle matters himself.
Doesn't want to admit it's because he's a coward.
I see. But you knew how powerful he was, right? But still you sent Lenny alone to do battle with him.
Yes.
Well, I'm off to the celebration. I'm certain he'll show up again.
Who, Lenny?
Next time, Nikolai, you'll know what to do.
Yes.
Oh, they must be talking about my character.
Very well. You may leave.
It's very manipulative, sociopathic of Rasputin there
So here you are.
to say the good things that he wants to praise the underling, so that the underling feels appreciated for what he did, and they like to hear that they like to hear their boss say that they did a good job, but makes sure that the last thing they do before leaving is to say something that could then scare them into continuing to want to do good. It's very manipulative.
How's the bishop?
He's still sleeping.
The old guy may never wake up.
Don't say things like that. What a pretty sunset.
I guess.
Are you feeling guilty?
Look at all of them. Everyone praying as hard as they can so the bishop will be all right.
He's an important man.
If I hadn't come here, this valley would still be a nice, peaceful place.
But then we couldn't save Russia. Think of Anastasia's family. It's your own mother's homeland.
These guys deserve to be saved too.
Well, you can't save them all, Yuri.
You're right. Everyone wants the same thing. To be just a little happier than they are now. Nothing big. Just food, shelter, and time to laugh and cry with the people they love.
And pizza. Pizza makes everyone happy.
That's enough to make them happy.
No, that's not comfy. Gonna stretch my legs a sec.
Happy? What does that even mean?
Ooh, super edgy protagonist. I don't even know what happiness means. Yuri! Karen! Ah, that's why this was here. Because it's where we have this conversation. Earlier I came here and I was like, why is this here? There are no items. They wouldn't just put it here for the hell of it. Oh, he's probably in the bedroom.
Bishop Jovis.
Excuse me.
I am happy to see you. Are you all right?
Yes.
We met Amon Sol like you told us to. We met your friend too.
Was he doing well?
Yeah. He's having a great time.
Oh, is that right?
You see? Nothing to worry about. Just rest and get your strength back.
No.
I was gonna say, this is probably the end for the guy. That's usually how this stuff goes.
Yeah, come on. What would the people in this valley do here without you?
That is for my followers to say, children. I have taught them everything that I can.
Don't say that.
Listen. The Dark Angel, Astaroth.
Astaroth?
Astaroth?
Like Asmodeus and Ammon, he is another god of darkness. Someone has made a soul pact with him.
Dozen different gods of darkness.
I don't know who this person is, but when you meet them, beware.
I can handle it. I'll drop him just like a bad habit. Bishop Jovis.
I'm not actually tired. I just got up from a nap.
Forgive me. I swear to God, I didn't mean it. I never meant to sacrifice the people of this valley to save Russia.
That was actually really well delivered. Very believable.
When people
With the rhythm of how he said it.
They want.
Listen to me. If, with my death, the people lose all hope, then my life has been in vain. But if I had someone to succeed me, I know that the valley would survive. Then, for the first time, it could be said that I live on among my people. Don't you think so?
Jovis.
My son. He who has willpower has the power to change the whole world. Whether that change be for good or for evil depends on the heart of that person. We're mortal. We live in fear and doubt. There's no shame in admitting that.
Oh, hello, Wyver. Wyver streamer.
Died.
Thanks
He
for coming to the
passed
stream.
will on to you, didn't he?
You don't have to chat or say anything, but thanks for coming.
It's in your hands. Go to Russia. Only you have the power to save the young princess.
I swear it. I swear I'll beat Rasputin. When he's dead, I'll come back. Don't die on me.
I'll try.
Yuri!
Brave soul. He takes upon himself the burden my friend and I bore together. Now I have finally fulfilled my promise. Now I can face my friend.
Bishop?
Please give him my thanks.
That day, Petrograd held a glorious celebration.
I think that's the voice of Captain Chin.
A victory parade for the Tsar returning from his tour of the Eastern Front. Although much love for him was lost on that bloody Sunday of a decade ago, on this day, the people raised their voices in celebration of their Tsar. But like a candle burning more brightly,
Well, that is
the
Captain
moment
Chin.
before it is snuffed out, it was glory tinged with tragedy.
How on earth am I supposed to go to the banquet without even knowing if Anastasia is all right?
What are you saying? But this is an important night for you. No, for all of Russia.
Nothing is more important to me than the safety of my children.
You must relax. Grigori is pressuring Edgar for more information about his co-conspirators.
Aren't you even worried? Your beautiful daughter was kidnapped.
Not true.
Besides, Edgar treated Anastasia as his very own granddaughter. I can't believe he would be involved.
You shouldn't believe that.
But I saw it with my very own eyes. Those ruffians Edgar brought here were controlling Anastasia. She almost killed Alexei with a knife.
Not
Yes,
quite.
you told me that many times. When this banquet is over, I'm going to question Edgar myself.
There's no need, Your Majesty.
Ah, Rasputin. Have you found anything?
Yes.
Tell me, Grigori.
He was very tight-lipped, but I used hypnotism to learn of his companions. They're an organization intent on taking the life of the Tsar and his family.
What?
Is this true?
Yes. Among them is a German noblewoman. She has strong military connections, so this may be part of an attempted coup.
My cousin Wilhelm.
Relax, Your Majesty. Surely it is our enemy's intention to shake the confidence of the Tsar.
Surely.
How?
Just attend the ball as if nothing is amiss. We must show the rest of the world the greatness and composure of Russia.
Lord Grigori is exactly right.
All the security for His Majesty and the royal family has been taken care of.
Very well.
You're so wise, my lord.
Oh dear.
Oh, bother. And you're out here in the snow, in barely anything at all. In Russia. Mind you, she's got like a dress jacket, so... Hey, Wyver! It's going good. I saw that you were watching the stream for a little bit, which is fine. You don't always have to chat. I love it when people do. But I feel good just having people here. I feel bad that, like a lot of what's been going on here, I don't really super have any commentary or real funny things to say about it to keep things interesting. Historically, I actually know very little about what happened with Russia at this time. I mean, like most people, I've seen the Anastasia movie, but I know that's wildly inaccurate. If I remember right, Anastasia, like the little girl, dies when their family is attacked. So the whole movie is just fantasy, right? So I can't even comment on like the historical stuff. Yeah, I needed a nap. I usually stream at about, well, it'd be 7 my time, which was an hour ago now. Is usually when I start streaming in the evening. But often, if I feel like it, I'll just stream in the morning. I have a very... I work as a voice actor, right?
This town ain't big
Oh,
enough
thanks
for
for the follow! I think that's the first time you get to be the first one who's actually here to see that. Because I added it just like 2 days ago. And I've gotten a couple of followers, but they were while the stream wasn't going. So I think you're the first one who actually gets to see it. Good on you. Thank you. As I was saying, I work as a voice actor. So I set my own hours for when I work. Which is, you know, whenever the work comes in. So it's often a case of, I'm like, well, I'm just going to be sitting playing games anyway. I might as well be streaming it. Might as well, you know, share what I'm doing with others. But no, it's super having you here. Thanks for coming. Had your tab open since Bucket's stream. Yeah, are you familiar with Shadow Hearts? I like to do a lot of these old, like, PS2 RPGs and things like that. Are you familiar with this one or the other ones in the series? What do you like to play? Let's talk. Let's get to know each other. If Bucket likes you, that's good enough for me. He's good stuff. Now, somewhere in... Ooh, first time seeing the game. To give you a quick rundown of it, Shadow Hearts is a 3, though technically 4. There was a first game, but it wasn't called Shadow Hearts. I'm not going to talk about that one, because I haven't played it. So it's a 3-part series. Shadow Hearts Covenant, Shadow Hearts From a New World. It's very, like... Cthulhian horror kind of RPG. Especially the first one. The horror aspects sort of go down as the series goes through. And the third game is just a goofy romp of fun. But no, it's got some really unique stuff in it. The most unique part, which I don't know if you've seen yet, because I don't know how much of the stream you actually watched, which is fine. I love that you just had it here so I can get the view, right? But the fun part about it is it has this thing called the Judgment Wheel, or the Judgment Ring. And everything you do is basically sectioned off into parts of that ring, and you have to like hit X as a prompt to select in the parts to do anything. And it makes for some pretty unique combat. And everything you do is done on the Judgment Ring. Now, somewhere in here... Ah, yeah, okay. So you might have seen, like... Oh, no, this was all story stuff just here. It'll make total sense once I actually get into it. Like... Actually, she's a bad example. Yuri's the better example. So this ring that you see on the screen here, anytime I go to attack, this is the ring that comes up. And there'll be an indicator that spins around on that. And I have to hit X in the yellow sections in order to succeed. If I hit in the red sections, it's a crit. And it uses this system for pretty much all of the stuff that it does. And because of that, you know, there's the normal status effects that you'd find in an RPG, you know, sleep and poison and paralysis. But there's also, like, your wheel is invisible, or your ring is invisible. the indicator moves backwards. It'll randomly skip forward quickly. They got a lot of fun stuff they do to mess with it. Right now, I know... Oh. What's going on here? Oh, is this like the voice in my soul? Yeah, I knew it. This will be her telling me that now I can unlock the other fusions. Yuri's main thing is he can basically turn himself into other monsters. All the characters sort of have their own unique thing. But I finished the first Shadow Hearts, to which the third one from A New World was the one that I was familiar with. That's the one that I had played back when it came out on the PS2. But I hadn't played the others. So when I was doing, I think it was Final Fantasy VIII, I was streaming that. I remembered that this game series exists, so I was like, you know what? Let's do it. Let's start back at 1 with Shadow Hearts and go from there. I did the entirety of Shadow Hearts. It's on the stream. You can check it out if you like. And then moved on to this. Friday, maybe not Friday, but Saturday, because I'm busy. I'm really busy Friday. I'm going to be moving to doing a heck-a-ton of streaming on Metaphor ReFantazio, because I'm also a big Persona fan, right? So I'm really excited for that. And, you know, as I do, is the whole game based in Russia? No, not the whole game. The game is based across basically all of Europe, including the UK. This part that we're in right now is in Russia. Takes place in 1915. World War I is in full swing. Yeah. I think, too, and I know this just from looking at, like, the wikis and stuff, I think this game will also go to Japan at one point. I am not sure, though. But Shadow Hearts and Shadow Hearts Covenant, the second one, this one, it's all basically based around all of Europe. So I think so far I've been to, like, Italy and France. We started in Germany, we went to the UK, now we're in Russia. Yeah, that's what I thought. So for a long time in this game, I had Yuri and all of his transformations basically maxed out. But now I think I just unlocked the next series of them. My favorite character in the game so far is the blonde guy on the right. I believe his name is pronounced Joachim. He's the superhero type. Talks with ambience and gravitas in his voice, with everything. He's the kind of guy that I would voice if I was doing a character. So going around the circle, starting from the left, we got Blanca, who is the wolf, Anastasia, who, yes, is the Princess Anastasia, Geppetto, who, yes, is the Geppetto of Pinocchio, though the doll he uses is not Pinocchio. I don't remember the name of the girl in the pink, because she's one of the newer ones, and I don't often use her. And then we have Karen, who is a German general, and Joachim on the right, who is he's a vampire, but he doesn't really... He's not your stereotypical vampire. He actually has a lot of unique systems to him, where he actually has 3 different forms. He has his normal one that you see there, and he has one where he's actually like a giant golden bat, to which I, of course, had to make jokes about, you know, Anastasia and a bat. I think I've seen this movie. And then he has another one where he's just straight up invisible, but can still attack like normal. But it, like, fluctuates on which form he's going to be. Like, right now, he's in bat form. And you can see on the chart there how it changes. In the bat form, he gets no special abilities, but gets double the damage on his regular attack, and has half health. Right now, actually, I'm running around looking for a weapon for Joachim. He actually takes weapons from the world itself. It's just like, oh, here's a really big postal box. I'm going to just swing that around as a weapon. Or a big clay pipe, and he swings that around. Right now, I'm looking for a big frozen fish. So if you happen to see a model of something that's like a big frozen fish, you let me know. Because that's supposed to be somewhere in this town. So which prince is this, then? Is he like Anastasia's brother, Prince? Does she have more than one brother? That part they're not being super clear on. But yeah, you're new here. I work as a voice actor and a game designer. And often, whenever game design stuff comes up in the stream, I'll kind of like take some time to talk about it and explain it to people. Just interesting facts or how they work or things like that. I made a highlight earlier today of explaining mirrors in video games, how they work, and why you never see like fully functioning mirrors as just like casual backdrops, because it's actually a lot of effort to create a functional working mirror in a video game. So if you want to learn something, you can check that out. Don't worry, we'll take care of her. Don't worry, I don't do all the voices, just the ones that I like. Graphics and game design in university. Nice! Studying graphics. Like graphic design? Because I know a few graphic designers. Though the graphic designers I know come in only 2 varieties. None of them are quote-unquote normal. The 2 I know are either the type that have been using like a tablet to draw their whole life, so they're just super casual about it. And so they're like, oh yeah, I just did a thing. Pwah. And then the other one are the types that are like, whoa, I got totally inspired to do this thing, and now I have 10 pages of a comic done. I don't even know how it happened, it just did. Studying graphics and game design. So, obviously, if you're studying game design, you have an interest in that. I teach game design part-time at my university. So if you have any particular questions or anything that you'd like to ask, feel free to. I'm fairly knowledgeable. I'm knowledgeable enough that they have me guest lecture, so feel free to ask if you have any questions. No, just some Skelebros hanging out. Oh, well, that's handy. Okay. Yeah, that is the setup I want. Actually, we can swap out Karen for, I guess, Joachim. I like to always try to keep the leveling balanced, or at least as balanced as I can. Not let Lucia, that's her name. Not let anyone trail behind. Oh, but I have access to the graveyard. So I should totally do graveyard stuff. Alright, but so far we're studying the basics of everything. Color theory, perspective, software. You know, I had to write an essay lately. I'm working on my master's degree for game design right now. And when I started my master's, I had to basically write an essay about how that guy needs to get a life. No. I had to write an essay about basically what do I know about game design? And I came across a problem in it in that I had to suddenly learn how to cite stuff. How to cite my sources properly and things like that. Because in the academic world, you can't just say things. You have to show that someone who is quote-unquote smarter than you actually proved whatever it is you're going to say. And one of the things in there is like, I talked about color theory in it. And they then asked me to cite my sources for color theory. And I thought that was just absurd to me because color theory seemed like such a basic thing. So basic that I'm like, if you're going to cite color theory, who the hell do you cite? Because it seems so basic. So that was interesting. Having to actually like figure out who I would cite and things like that. Perspective, though, perspective is super important when it comes to games. I have a curriculum that I've written up for a class that I teach, and I actually have an entire section dedicated to just perspective and why it's important and how it affects different genres and things like that. So perspective, super important. One of the things that people don't think about until it's like until you're like in mid-swing of the game design. Oh, I got a sneeze building up here. Hold on. Oh, it is always a race to try and hit the mute button before I blow everyone's ears out with my sneeze. Because the important thing to know about perspective is thank you. Perspective is basically how information is delivered to the player. So you need to know what kind of information is going to be delivered to the player, how they're going to experience it. You need to know how different perspectives can deliver the same experience differently. And it's not as simple as... The answer's not as simple as, oh, well, I just want the player to know everything. Let the player know all the knowledge. I don't want to shortchange them. Let them know everything. That's actually really bad sometimes. Because you can totally give the player too much information. And then they're just overwhelmed. And they don't really know what to do with it or how to piece out the little bit that they actually need for the moment. I do a really great showcase of this I have a little clip, I think it's like 10, maybe 15 seconds, of Heroes of the Storm, which is a MOBA game. It's Blizzard's MOBA game. So if you're not familiar with MOBAs, that's like League of Legends, things like that. And I show a team fight in that. Because if you don't know anything about a game, suddenly seeing a team fight it's just chaos, right? So I show this clip on loop of like 10 seconds of a team fight, and I ask my students, tell me what the Tauren, bracket, the cowman, what is the cowman doing in this scene? And they squint and they watch and they're like, what the hell is going on? Because, you know, there's lights everywhere, people are dashing all over the place. It's hard to pin down one piece of information. And you have to realize that when you're working with perspective, because sometimes your players need information, and if they can't get it, they'll be crippled. They'll just be standing there, unable to go on. Which, by the way, the answer is that the cowman was playing the electric guitar. But yeah, all of those are really important. I talk about color theory a little bit in mine too. Software is different, you know, because there's 1,000 different softwares you could use, so that one's a little hard for me to talk about right now. I'm an Unreal guy myself, just as an FYI. I don't do a lot of programming myself, though. I focus more on the game design aspect. You know, why is this game fun? What makes it fun? What is fun? How do I deliver fun? Oh, right. Even though I'm a fan of even though you're not a fan of MOBAs, I feel like LOL is the most readable MOBA out there. That's an interesting take. Now, I don't know all the MOBAs out there. I'm sure there's some that I don't know of, and I know there's some I haven't played. I'm not so sure about that. Are you familiar with Smite? And this will be a great thing, actually, since we're talking about MOBAs and perspective and things like that. Have you ever played Smite? Are you familiar with it? So the big thing about Smite is the perspective that it uses. Smite is done from I almost want to say second-person perspective, because it's not quite third-person over the shoulder. It's kind of like right here, looking out that way. So because you can only see what's directly in front of you, perspective and knowledge and information play a big role, because you can't see what's going on around you like you would in a normal MOBA. So people could be hitting you and you're not even aware of it. Because of that, I think it's kind of easy to read what's going on in front of you, because there's less information that you need to process. I play a lot of Heroes of the Storm, and I think it's pretty good at reading stuff too. But team fights get crazy in any game, right? Okay, that's kind of like some sort of alpha signal. Same as Valve's new MOBA, Deadlock. Yeah, that's right. I haven't played any Deadlock myself, but yes, I do believe it uses a similar perspective. Oh, well, excuse me for not knowing my Russian. I'm just going to take 1 second here. I'm going to look up where that item is. I think I have it right close by. And actually, I think I could do some of the other stuff too. bludgeons, the frozen tuna. So it's obtained in Petrograd. But Petrograd is like this entire huge area, right? So, let's start looking around for some soul drops. To the cathedral in Goreme Valley. One thing that I think this game does a lot better than the first one is it doesn't lock you out of stuff, which it did a lot in the first game. But yeah, you can see here, like, that's in Persia. We got Russia up there. Now we're, like, in Paris area, Italy, more Italy. It's, like, all over Europe. Now, who was it that they said? Thomas Edward Lawrence. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay. What kind of games do you usually like to play? I play a little bit of everything, so, sorry. Horror, survival horror, and RPGs are my top two, but, I play a little bit of everything. Oh my god. I'm a little strapped for funds right now because I'm getting Metaphor ReFantazio, and that was my gaming budget for the month, right? But I'm also like saving up because I want to get my nieces a Switch for Christmas. So I'm gonna have to hold off Silent Hill till the end of the month. I might do like a Halloween stream for it. But I'm hearing it's actually really good. And so I'm a little torn that I'm gonna have to wait to get it. Is it really good? Don't spoil anything for me. Like I played the original, right? But I've been intentionally avoiding all of the people who are streaming it and playing it. Because I don't want it ruined for myself. But it's good, yeah? Good to hear. Yeah, okay, soul drop. Soul drop found. Now we need to go to the wine cellar. To which they call this place the wine cellar. But with how big this place is, it would be like a wine cellar that stores wine for all of France, with how big it is. When I came across it the first time, I'm like, this would be a full-time job, just managing this place. And they just got it here, super cash-like. Though the third-person perspective does slightly make it feel like a different game. It would. The fixed cameras of the... Was it fixed cameras? No. Well, there's fixed cameras in places. When you're in the streets, it's more... Not quite third person, not quite... I guess a fourth person was a thing? It's not really, but... But yes, the different perspective would make a huge difference. I talk about that when I talk about perspective, because I compare the Resident Evil 2 with the Resident Evil 2 remake, and showing how perspective changes, because that game uses different perspectives, right? In particular, I showcase the scene that has the Licker, like when you fight the Licker for the first time, and showcase how the game still does the same thing. Like, it is still the same encounter, you have the same weapons with you, it's the same scenario, but how the perspectives make it different. In that the... Excuse me. In that the fixed camera angles of the original make it difficult for you to aim, because you're locked in a spot and you have to, like, tank control it. And the lack of information that comes from the fixed camera angle that only shows you so much of the screen is replicated similarly in the remake by the fact that it's a dark area and you can only see the area, I guess it'd be like that, within the flashlight. So it's creating that same claustrophobic feel as well. But of course, you know, delivering it in a different way. I'm really big into video game themes and how you can hit on those themes. Themes being basically the understanding of what makes something fun, why are people attracted to it, what do they want out of it. And so if you can deliver on a game's themes, then that's what'll make people happy. So, survival horror, you know, has themes of survival, fighting a true total war enemy, urban survival usually. I have a whole section where I talk about survival horror specifically, and just the horror genre. But understanding that people come to your game so that they can get an experience of that thing, the thing is what your theme is. And being able to deliver on that theme is how you are going to have people enjoy your game. That's what I mean when I talk about how I specialize in, like, what is fun? How is your game fun? How can we deliver fun to you? Have you ever seen a game? Yes, I have seen games. Thank you for asking. Have you ever seen a game called Rise and Fall: Civilizations at War? It's a real-time strategy where you could switch to first person and play as heroes directly. I think I've heard of it. I definitely haven't played it, but it's a good idea. I actually really enjoy real-time strategy games, but I am awful at them. I am just terrible at real-time strategy games. It's because I'm really bad at the, like, hyper micromanaging, like, actions per second kind of deal gameplay. Is this my lottery guy? Is this who I was looking for? Oh, okay. It's round 2 of this. If you want a game that does something similar, similar but different, it's not an RTS, but it has similar strategy layers to it. Have you heard of the Valkyria Chronicles series? It's a game that takes place in a sort of anime mock. It's basically World War II, but they don't use actual names. They make up all the names. But it's World War II, right? It's World War II anime style, and the gameplay of it is one part strategic layout and planning and positioning of your troops, and you only get so many actions per round. But when you actually select a troop to play as, it then goes into the third-person perspective and becomes sort of a third-person shooter for that character. And that's a great series of games, too. I'm totally gonna scum save this, because I can. Theraleaf. Theraleaf, okay. 1 for 1 so far. Theraleaf. Mana Leaf, damn. Oh, Theraleaf. Theraleaf? That's bizarre that they had, like, both of them. Not only did they have 2 sets, but they were next to each other. Wouldn't have expected that. Pure Leaf. I think it was Mana Leaf was this one. Let's try this. Mana Leaf, damn. So I don't get a prize? I just paid for the privilege of playing? Oh, that's a rip. Oh. This is not the team I wanted to have come in. I mean, it's not a big deal, but, that does mean that I gotta make sure I have the right team selected. Suddenly, camera! Yeah. Straight to the Shadow Realm with you, Yugi. Oh God, the censorship of 4chan is just a delightfully fascinating topic. I think my favorite, though, has to be when the 2 secret agents are trying to, like, hold up Kaiba, but they can't have guns, so instead they're just menacingly pointing their fingers at him. You're not going anywhere, Kaiba! Yeah, this is actually a part that's moderately early in the game, so that's why everyone is so easy. We're coming back just because the lottery guy should be, I want to say, just up here? He's in one of these places. The downside, though... Oh, I missed this chest before. Haha! Get all the items in the wine cellar. Perfect. We're just here to get the item to help Yuri unlock more fusions. I'm looking for a guy who will be doing a lottery, which is, again, just another Judgment Ring spin. Right, I forgot to switch the characters around. I'll do that as soon as this fight ends. The more menacing part about enemies going directly to the Shadow Realm, which actually makes your statement somewhat accurate. You'll see in the corner there, there's the soul energy. That's basically, every fight, I get souls from the enemies that I defeat, and I can spend them as basically XP to level up my fusions. In the first game, it was actually that Yuri, in that, like, you saw the part where we were seeing, like, inside his soul, inside his heart or whatever. That was a graveyard in the first game that those souls gathered at. And he was actually like a harvester of souls that would then, those souls would build up and manifest. And if you didn't go back to that graveyard to beat up a special monster occasionally, then if that built up too much without you going back to defeat that monster, they would basically summon the Grim Reaper. They'd summon Death himself to come and fight you as a combat that, at low levels, he'll just wipe you instantly. I'm just gonna... stretch my legs over here for a second. But yeah, so saying that you get sent to the Shadow Realm is actually surprisingly accurate. You get sent to the Shadow Realm that is Yuri's soul. Okay, it must be that door over there. What? Why is there nothing here? Oh, Lucky Chests prize. It's not lottery, it's Lucky Chests, which I won. Did he give it to me and I didn't even know? Okay. So do I have two of these then? Which reminds me, actually, I gotta go back and turn this in. Is it listed with graveyard? I'm getting a real... We were just talking about information. I'm getting a real lack of information right here. Okay, let's go to the graveyard and check this. I have one for sure. Oh my. Okay. Oh, that did garbage damage. Maybe I'm not ready for this. Oh, and my health was super low to start. No wonder. What if I become Amon? What if I heal myself? Haha. Directly to the Shadow Realm. Oh, this guy's tough. Maybe I'm not ready for this. So is it like game over, or is it just they boot me out? No, that's game over. Well, that's no good. This is really not good. I don't know the last time I saved. And I've been using the same save state over and over. Oh my. I might be in quite a pickle here. Yup. That's how I feel. Yeah, I have to just accept it. This is old school. This is retro gaming. none of this continue from last automated autosave. Oh God, it's way back there? Oh boy. Okay. Oh man, this is from like so long ago. It's at least an hour. Maybe even more. The good news though is this was just before that part you came in at with all the cutscenes. Basically, I'll finish this fight and then it'll be all the cutscenes, so I can just skip the cutscenes and it won't be so bad. This is me fighting to unlock the monster I turned into in that previous fight. By the way, because I can't hear it, right? How's the volume levels? Like with my voice compared to the audio of the actual game? Is it good? Can you hear me well? Is it one too loud over the other? Good, thank you. It helps that, you know, I really project with my own voice. So, yeah. Barbaria, here we go again. I specifically asked about the audio for this one because I find this particular song is a little louder than the others. So if it works good on this one, then it'll be really good on the others. Yeah, great, thank you. Yeah, so if it still sounds good even with this song playing, then it'll be really good for when the other less loud and aggressive songs are playing. I use a PlayStation Pulse Elite headset here, and it seems to work pretty good. very little maintenance. I just plug the dongle into the PC and it works. I, of course, have better audio equipment, but the audio equipment that I have in the studio stays in the studio. It's like a $400 microphone, so I don't want to take it out of the studio. When I'm not using it, I wrap it up in its cloth casing and all that. You know, shit gets expensive. Oh yeah, I can finish him with this. I was worried because her health is low. Yeah, I was gonna say, she might get him with just that. No combo needed.
Don't mess my clothes up.
As she adjusts her skirt. Okay, and then we get... Oh, we can't skip this. I got a feeling. Sorry if you want to see these cutscenes, but I just saw them, so I'm gonna skip past all of them. I feel like this is about when you came in, so... HyperX Quadcast in the future if you feel like it. Don't really need anything fancier than that. So far I'm finding the headset I have works. But yeah, Blue Yeti would be a good one for just like, it's good, but it's not like studio good, so you don't feel bad having it out. I don't think I've used a HyperX before. But I am familiar with Blue Yeti. I've never gotten a Blue Yeti, but I do know that they're that good, like, lower mid-range microphone to get. If you want good audio and you don't have to do professional work,
Bishop Jovis.
and you want to not spend a lot, Blue Yeti is good. It's not good enough for professional work, but for anything less than professional work, it's great at the price it's available.
Was he?
Yeah, okay. Taking the cutscenes out of the equation, it's actually not that far back. If we take the cutscenes out, plus the fact that I am not strong enough to actually fight these guys, so I don't have to go looking for those items, those soul drops, then this is actually... I'm already back where I was. I still have to find that frozen fish somewhere, though. Yeah, right? Did you ever play Deja Vu? It's an old, like, NES point-and-click adventure game where you play as, like, a hard-boiled detective who wakes up with amnesia, not knowing what happened to him. Video game nerd, angry video game nerd, I should say, just recently did a thing for it, did a video for it. not seeing that fish here. I had a Super Nintendo and an N64. Then from there, got a PlayStation 1 and haven't gone back to Nintendo since. I did buy a Switch. I got a Switch for Christmas one year. Must have been 2019 Christmas. Because I wanted a Switch. There was a couple of games on it that I thought I'd really enjoy. You know, Fire Emblem, Three Houses, Smash Bros, stuff like that. But I played it for a while, and I was like, you know what? I keep going back to my PlayStation, so I don't really even use this. But then COVID happened, and this is another one of those fights. This is their spoof, their mock of Pokemon, in that I get my wolf to fight other wolves to be the strongest wolf. Long story short, COVID happened. Also, my first ever game was Silent Hill 1. I love it that you were 4 when you played it. I love it. I'm sure it did not shape or mold or influence you at all. COVID happened, and everyone wanted to get a Switch, but they were sold out everywhere. So I was able to sell my Switch through like Facebook Marketplace for full price. I got all my money back for it, and so I just like enjoyed my time with it, got all my money back, then used that money to buy a PlayStation 5, and I've been happy ever since. Just couldn't sleep for a couple of weeks, that's all. Gozovsky. Oh, he's like a space wolf who talks in emotes? Okay. I can dig it. Have you played any of the Clock Tower games? Or its spiritual successor? Haunting Ground. I forgot the name for a split second there. Those are really great games that take the survival horror formula and mix them up a bit. Oh, came in from planet Suzerain. I like how it takes me longer to process the emote because I have to like look at the picture and like interpret it. It takes me longer to do that than it would if I was to just read normal text. Okay, we're gonna save before this fight so we don't get a similar issue from before.
Just couldn't resist the attraction of Earth's gravity, huh?
Gravity is pretty dope. If I ever wrote a book about gravity, I would call it Everything Wants to Live on the Floor. Now, so far, none of these wolf fights have been terribly hard. I wonder if I can just soul combat them. It'll take more than one, but what's the progress on that? Probably good if he's only doing 26 to my 100 and something. I don't think so. My uncle got me PlayStation 1. And all I had were Silent Hill 1, Dino Crisis, Resident Evil 1 and 2. So you're telling me that you had a particular genre of game that you enjoyed. Plus Spyro 3, of course. Spyro 3 fits in really well on the shelf with all the other ones, I'm sure. Clock Tower, which the original Clock Tower has a remaster. That's coming out at the end of the month. It does the thing where it's that you are a helpless person against a big, strong enemy, but you don't actually get the ability to fight back. Clock Tower 3 is the one I'm most familiar with, where you play as Alyssa, who is like a 13-year-old British schoolgirl against... There's only like 5 enemies in the whole game, but they are the stalker type of enemy that we see in games today, where they just hunt you down the whole time, and there's nothing you can do to fight them. You have to actively dodge and evade them. But what's really neat is it actually has a sanity system in it, in that various things that scare Alyssa or would frighten her, or like jump scares, spooky atmosphere, it raises up this fear gauge, and when it gets full, she has a panic attack. And when she has a panic attack, the screen shakes, it's hard to move around. The only game with tower in the name I remember is Shadow Tower Abyss. I'm not familiar with that one. But those are really good survival horror games if you want to play a survival horror that's more about the survival part, in that you can't just fight back. You have to actively dodge these maniacs and psychos that are chasing you down. Oh, okay. Is Shadow Tower Abyss the one that's like the precursor to Demon's Souls? It's like a first-person dungeon delving kind of game? Also insanely hard. If so, then I've definitely heard of that. Let's see how the attack goes. Oh. Right. Panic is that I keep losing sanity points. Yeah. Don't you mean Demon's Souls, as it was the first one? More panic, eh? Ooh. Okay, this is where we gotta work with the saves, because if I can't beat him in this one, I'll go berserk. And then that's game over. If I can beat him, then I'll be just fine. But if I don't have to use an item to cure it, yeah, I do. I can definitely get him in the next one. Yeah, he's got like 1 hit point. Ooh, I wonder what the feather bracelet does.
This is no kind of place for you to live. Go on back where you came from.
Oh. Is it just me, or does that look like it's got a face on the right and he's, like, flipping the bird on the left? Ooh, that's 6. As if Yuri knows what radiation is. Okay, that's done. Is the fish in this alley somewhere? Fish also could be down in the sewers where I was. Where I were. Keep talking like that, and people might actually believe that I'm 3 ducks in a man costume. Yeah, I feel like last time, this is where we were getting, like, into our really deep game design talk. Yeah, and I was explaining the characters. Okay. Again, they don't explain... I thought maybe I missed it the first time, but they don't explain what prince this is. Like, if it's Anastasia's brother, the prince, they've never mentioned him before. He just comes out of nowhere. Yeah, that's the team that's supposed to be on. Do a hard save. Oh, can't forget. Egads! Who could have guessed it? Oh my god, there's 17 items in this basement. Basement sewers. The jabbers. Oh, gotta sneeze. Oh, excuse me. Just saying, if we get to a point where they're like, you were supposed to have learned the Russian alphabet. Now answer this puzzle based on it. I'm just looking that shit up. Ooh. 1 Jack and 3 Jills? Go Jack. Oh, 2 Jacks. Oh, neat. Like, are you fluent in Russian? Or is it just like you've studied Russian and know a bit of it? If it's the second one, then, like, I know Japanese, right? But I have perfect pronunciation of the words, but can never actually remember the words to have a full conversation with it. But if you, like, had the words written out in front of me, I could read them with perfect pronunciation. But my brain, my lizard brain, does not remember the words so well on its own. Nice. Are you Russian yourself? Partially German, partially Russian. Okay. I suppose the follow-up then of what I really meant is, are you from Russia? Or currently in, which, if you're currently in Russia, I'm sorry to hear that. It's my understanding that, with all the things happening in Russia, the people themselves are actually not very happy at all with it, so if that's the case, I'm sorry. You are currently in Russia, but want to move to Sweden. I mean, first off, who doesn't want to move to Sweden? Sweden's pretty great. But on a serious note, yeah, of course. I hope you and your family are doing well. Though you'll like to know that I actually really love Russian accents. It's one of my favorite ones. And I can appreciate the cultural sensitivity that this game has by having everyone talk in like a quote-unquote normal, like Western accent. But I would have really liked to have heard all the various accents. Oh, okay. I mean, that's normal for anyone, right? It's not quite Sweden, but perhaps you can live the dream, graduate from university, and then go work with CD Projekt Red, who I believe are in Poland. But I've actually looked at stuff for their studio of like people working there and like the exchange relocation programs they have, and just the place where the studio is and the city and all that, and it's pretty great. If I had to pick somewhere, you know, outside of Canada to go do it, it'd probably be there.
Now stay down.
Well, I can say your written English is quite well. I would have had no idea that you didn't speak it, or write it, I should say, as your first language. I'm Canadian myself, just, you know, since that's what we're talking about. I'm in Alberta, which is basically like the Texas of Canada. Hence, you know, retro rodeo. I do a cowboy theme here. I grew up riding horses. We live just beside a really great mountain called Castle Mountain. And so I grew up riding horses, dealing with animals, things like that. That's a good way to practice your English. I almost missed that first one. Nearly hit it too soon.
Now look this way.
And of course, they are spread out just enough that I can't hit any of them with the AoEs. hate those people. I assumed you heard that, the loud engine sounds from outside. It's like 9 o'clock at night here, and they don't care. They practically try to blow up their cars coming out from the light there. Yeah.
We won!
I live right across from the university here. And it's, there's a 4-way intersection. And a long strip of road. So they often, they're trying to just race down it. It is highly annoying. Makes it very annoying when I'm trying to record, actually. I basically have to, like, close all the windows, close all the doors between here and the studio, and just hope for the best. I will be right back in just a moment. Okay. Luckily, you don't have any big roads outside your windows. But there is a kindergarten, though. And every morning around 10 a.m. is just constant child screaming noises. Well, on the bright side, The reason that there is constant child screaming noises is because of the kindergarten, as opposed to, you know, other reasons that might be happening. Just to throw some dark humor out there. You know, the children screaming at 10 a.m. wouldn't bother me as much as these guys, though. A, because it happens at the exact same time every day. So I could plan my recordings around that, right? Just don't record between, 10 and 11 or whatever. And second, because that's just kids being kids having fun. And there's nothing wrong with that. These guys are narcissistic assholes who have to try to show off for everyone else. Have so little going on in their life that they feel the need to show off that they have a loud car. Like, get a fucking life. Have to bother other people just to make themselves feel better. Doesn't end. Yeah, legit. Like, as far as types of noise, Screaming Kids is pretty high up there, right? I suppose my choosing it as a preference would be just based on the principle of it. I have 2 younger nieces. I believe they are 6 and they're about to be 6 and 11. So they are 5 and 10 right now. And, they can get loud. I've seen them playing with their friends, and they can be loud. I'm sure it's tough for you. Wait a sec. Okay, that's a shadow. I saw the dog in there, and I thought it was like an ethereal ghost dog. Which, that still looks like a pretty nasty dog that's gonna beat me up. I do dig the design, though. Especially the one large bulging eye on the avatar. Let's help him rest in pieces. Reese is in pieces, zombie dog.
If you refuse to die, let me give you a little helping paw.
You look pretty tasty. I lap you up. Guts, fur, bones, and all.
No, not Dark Claw! It's so much darker than regular Claw! Really? That is a super fun fact! Thank you for sharing it! Now I gotta, try to remember what the city's called, actually. I think it starts with a P. So, you saw obviously not the sewers, but you saw the upper level. Is that accurate to what the place would have looked like in 1915. Petrograd, that's it, yeah. Oh, okay, I've heard of St. Petersburg. There's a similar situation in this game where they talk about that the party needs to go to Istanbul. And it got me thinking, 1915, was Istanbul or was it Constantinople? I don't quite know when that happened. But, I do remember the song. Is Istanbul or Constantinople? Nice. Good to know that they did their research proper and it looks accurate. Oh, he's got like one eye hanging out of the socket. I like that even better. It's hard to see now, but when he actually attacks, you can see it. The zombie will die with dignity.
My body is crumbling. I'm gonna die.
Oh, you can kind of see the hanging out eyeball. It's his right eye. You can see it kind of just above his snout there.
Die with dignity. That's the way of the wolf.
Off to the Shadow Realm with ye. Is this the spirit ring? Yeah, ring spirit, ring soul. Hidden NPC that hides out, and basically there's more or less one in every location. When you meet him, he gives you the item that you need so that you can do more attacks when you attack. But Yuri gives him such a smart mouth with everything that he does, and so he just gets angry. And thus we have found out by him breaking character in that anger that, like, he has a wife and a kid. The ring soul has a wife, has kids, has a 20-year mortgage to try to pay off. He's just trying to do his job here, and Yuri's just giving him lip all the way. Since 1930, okay. So in 1915, where this game takes place, it still would have been Constantinople. So I was right. The first game takes place a year before this, in 1914. And I actually tracked in my playthroughs, first off, I tracked the poorly aged jokes that they tell that might have been played off as a joke in the year 2001 when the game came out, but with our modern sensibilities, we realize are not actually that funny. Things like Yuri commenting anytime there's an unconscious woman near him that he could grope them and there's nothing they could do to stop him. So I kept track of those. The other one, though, is I kept track of what year is it? Question mark, question mark? Because there are so many instances of it being 1914, but they do not act like it's 1914. The way they dress, the way they talk. There's one character who's like a spy, like a French spy, who actually just has a cell phone in 1914. She literally just, when she goes to do her special abilities, whips out a pink cell phone and calls in an airdrop for them to drop in supplies for her to do her special attacks. All the miniskirts they wear. So yes, that would have gone on my counter of what year is it. They used the wrong Japanese flag. Is she cute? Yeah, right? Turns out the French had cell phones way back in 1914. Only problem is no one wanted to talk to them, so they didn't have anyone to call. Okay. Being honest, I'm running out of people to upgrade their judgment ring on. All the people who, like, are attackers have them all maxed out. Yeah, now it's just others. Now it's all the spellcasters who don't really super need to do extra attacks. That's something I can do, though, is go onto these said spellcasters and the crests are basically, if you have this crest equipped, you can cast additional magic spells. So, you know, it's just updating their spells. Oh, I saw we have a red dot on the map, though. That could be a thing. And I think I have both of them. Yep. finish this one off nice and easy.
They weren't tough at all.
Just filling up my drink off screen here. I really need to pick up some decaf coffee. Because I like drinking coffee. I like the flavor of coffee. But, you know, I can't drink it at 9:40 at night. I'll be up all night. Ah, it's a switch, okay. Yeah, that's where the switch was. And that was a switch. Have you, you said you were playing through Silent Hill 2 Remake right now, which is awesome. But, have you played the Persona games or anything like that? I ask because this Friday or Saturday, depending on how busy I am, I'm going to start streaming the next one. It's not quite Persona, it's Metaphor ReFantazio. Same but different. So I'm wondering if that would be a stream you'd be interested in watching. I mean, I'm going to do it regardless, but I'm just curious, thinking about what I'm going to be doing in the future. On that same note, not sure yet. I'm pretty sure I'm going to do a Halloween stream, but what I'm going to play, I'm not sure. It's probably going to either be Silent Hill 2 Remake, or if I want to do something different, you know, because everyone will be doing Silent Hill. If I want to be doing something different, I could do the Clock Tower remaster that's coming out. Hey, it'd be great to have you there. Yeah, that's fine. Not everyone. Everyone has tastes, right? That being said, I appreciate you sticking around for this one. You know, this is a JRPG, and you're sticking around to watch it anyway, to hang out with me. I appreciate that. Thank you. It gets a little depressing when you stream to yourself for several hours. Are these all still closed? Yes, they is. You know, you don't have to stick around for my sake. If you are tired, by all means, go to bed. I super appreciate the time you had that you spent here. I do like that GIF, though. Not GIF, but the icon you got there. What is that exactly? The straight look right at me with the mustache. It's pretty great. I actually think I will go to bed soon, but because I often talk to American folk, I'm usually up all night for the most part. Yeah, that makes sense. I actually was kind of planning on wrapping it up at 10 o'clock my time, which is 14 minutes from now. I was kind of planning on wrapping it up there anyway. Because, you know, I'm really starting to get into watching streamers and stuff. There's a lot of interesting people out there. And so I was gonna hunt that guy down. No, I was gonna end it at 10, send it as a raid over to someone else, try to make new friends, you know how it is. But super appreciated that you stuck around to chat with me. It's been great. I hope to see you around more. Bucket and Cobalt Sprig and all those guys, they're really great. I've been friends with Sprig for years, like since before she started streaming. She used to hang out with me and a couple other people, and we would all game together. But then she started doing her streaming thing, and sort of got into doing her own thing. But she's having a great time doing it, so I can't really be mad at that, right? But no, they're all great people. They help me out whenever they can, so, yeah, good group. I'm picky when it comes to my indie games. I do play some. They're usually like the bigger indie games. You know, like I've played plenty of Stardew Valley, Inception, or Inscription, I mean. It depends. Did you have a particular one that you were going to suggest? Or something similar to that effect? I have not heard of Voices of the Void. I'll look into it, though. You can feel free to tell me a bit about it, if you like. Oh, and this must be all the switches I've done. Those bastards. Stole his locket. It's free on itch. It's a survival horror game where you collect signals from space while a lot, and I mean it, a lot, of stuff is happening around you. Okay. And what's it called? Voices of the Void. I'll look into it. Can't promise I'm going to play it, but I will at least look into it. I think, though, this is where I'm going to end the stream. We'll do a hard save. We'll do a save state 1. And I will take a gander for a good group to raid. Ooh, a good combo of creepy and comfy. Okay. Do me a favor then, Wyver. I have a Discord as well. I have a Discord group. There should be a link to it in my Twitch profile. Join the group. I'll accept you right away here. And share the name or a link or whatever it is you want me to check out. And that'll make it... that will significantly raise the chances of me checking it out for next time. Take a look and try and find... The link is expired! Blasphemy! Well, the way I had it set up, I thought it was set up so that... It would accept 100 people before it would expire. Here we go. I will post it in the chat right here. And then I guess I got to update that too. Oh, that's perfect. That's the person I want to raid. Really like the rubber hose animation style on her VTube character. It does technically break the rules that I was told about, you know, you don't raid to someone who has X number of viewers higher than you, but I really did want to... What? How can it still say it's invalid? I just made that link. What's your Discord, if you don't mind sharing? I will add you myself. Send you your own personal invite. Oh, is it the same as your name here? Oh, you know what it was? I bet you I know what it was. I bet you it was that. This channel is private. Oh, it's just Wyver underscore. Okay. Can't seem to find what you're looking for. It can't find you, bro. I'm definitely spelling it right. Wyver underscore send friend request. Ah, there you go. Ah, there we go. Now I should be able to invite people. Wyver. You should have got an invite just now. And how it works here. What the heck is going on? Okay. I'll have to work on that, and I will get back to you. I have you on Discord. I will send it to you. Thank you for coming, though. I'm going to start this raid over to Pumpkin Potion. I really dig the model that she has. You too, man. It was great having you here. I am unable to raid them. Well, What the heck? You know, you try to do the right thing. It'd be too easy if it was easy. Still looking at other people. Maybe I'll find a artist to go to instead. Oh wait, let's look at maybe some other people doing Shadow Hearts. Sure, we'll raid to this, well, let's see. We'll raid to this person doing, well, no. They seem like a bit of a weirdo. Oh boy. This is always so hard because there's so many, and it's just, this is always so hard because there's, I'm sure you all heard that. That was me accidentally clicking on my own channel. And I know you guys heard that. Okay, can we raid to this guy? Let's see. He's doing the first Shadow Hearts. There we go. We're going to raid to this guy. Thanks for coming. I hope to see you again soon.
Jeremy G? More likely than you'd think. Bold new door.